Let's get ready for bed, and I'll tell you guys how I was botched at Fine Clinic in Gangnam, South Korea. Before I get started, I should preface by saying you can get botched anywhere, whether you're at the top plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills, California, or in Gangnam, South Korea. Adverse events, side effects can happen anywhere. If you don't know, Seoul, South Korea is the top destination in the world for beauty treatment. Lasers, microneedling, Botox, anything you can get done in America, you can get it done in Korea for a fraction of the price. I am, of course, doing the Actually Mix-In skin method where you just flood your skin with toner, and my skin really just drinks everything up. We all know that Korean skincare and beauty is so popular right now, and in Korea, it's a different level. Literally in Seoul, there is a skincare clinic on every corner. There's probably even 3 on that one corner. Because there are so many skincare clinics and I'm a foreigner, I definitely did my research, and that's how I found Fine Clinic. It looks like Fine, but it's Fine. Fine kept coming up because it's more of like a higher end upscale boutique. It's popular with foreigners, and you guys on this app know that I love to waste money. So in my head, if it's more expensive, it's probably better. So I thought. In Korea, you get multiple treatments done on the same day. So I had about 6 or 7 treatments done on the day I went to Fine Clinic, and I'll put all the treatments that I had done on the screen somewhere. And don't forget to put skincare on your hands because your hands will show early signs of aging. Pro tip. The treatment I was super excited about was pore Botox, also known as meso Botox. It is Botox injected superficially into the skin, into your pores. It helps shrink them, reduce oil, tighten the skin. It's super popular in Korea. It's not really done in the US. So I was really looking forward to that because as you can see, I have really large pores, and from all the Koreans that I follow, especially the skincare people, pore Botox is their secret. Fine's biggest selling point is that doctors do your treatments instead of tech. That's why they're more expensive. That's why the care there is better, because these are doctors who were trained to do these treatments. But here's the catch. It's a different doctor doing every single treatment. So it's one doctor doing your laser. It's one doctor doing your microneedling. It's one doctor doing your injectables. And it's not that this one doctor is specialized in microneedling. It's that this doctor is available while you're numbing for this procedure. Doctor's going to go into another patient's room and doing another procedure. So essentially it's still factory style, but it's just with doctors instead of techs, and they're not even communicating with each other. So they're asking you, what was the last treatment that you had done? Which I was kind of just like, this is horrible. Out of my 6 or 7 treatments, the last ones I had were my injectables. My Regeron and my pore Botox was done by the same doctor. And when she walked in the room, I immediately had a horrible feeling. Allegedly, I don't remember her name, but I think it's Dr. Dow. She is disheveled. No, it's just raspy voice, looking a mess. I'm like, who is this woman? She speaks. She has an American accent. Hold on. Wait, what? Why is your accent American? And I was like, oh, are you American? And she goes, yeah, I'm from Canada. I did my training in Canada, and then I moved to Korea. Homegirl, I did not come all the way to Korea to get treated by a North American doctor. What are you doing here, and why are you about to touch my face? But even though I had this pit feeling in my stomach, I still let her proceed, and that's on me. Out of all the doctors I had that day, she was absolutely the worst one. She was so lazy. I could even feel her cutting corners. When she was doing my microneedling, I was like, oh, you're not gonna go above my lip? And she goes, no, you're not supposed to go above your lip. That can increase your risk for breakouts. What are you talking about? Like, that is not a thing. And then when it comes down to doing my Regeron and my pore Botox, she was going super fast. I felt all the products squirting out. You are wasting product, ma'am, because you are not injecting right. You're just doing it for speed. You're not doing it with accuracy. She left me a bloody mess. I'm like, even though there's a tech to come and clean up after you, you can still wipe off my face. You're just gonna leave me here with dry blood? Like, are you good? The rest of my time in Korea was unremarkable. I went back to America. Everything was fine. My skin was looking pretty good. But with Botox, if you don't know, now you know, it takes about 2 weeks to kick in. Weeks later, it's the rubber concert. I'm taking pictures, and I'm like, something about my face looks off. And I don't know what it is. Is it my makeup? Like, what about my face looks weird? And then I noticed it's my smile. I couldn't smile. It was as if someone was pinching me. Like, I couldn't extend my face. Like, my mouth wasn't connected to my eyes. Like, I looked terrified. And I'm just like, why can I not smile? And then I remembered I had pore Botox 2 weeks ago. The lady probably hit one of my smile muscles. What Botox does, when it injected into the skin, it can cause a tightening effect, but when injected to the muscle, it paralyzes that muscle. She temporarily paralyzed my smile muscles. That's why my smile cannot extend. I don't know if it's my zygomatic major or my minor, maybe my risorius. One of those 3 muscles were hit, and they weren't supposed to be hit. Because why? You see how superficial my pores are? You should not be deep in my muscles giving me pore Botox. Canadian doctor. I immediately reached out to Fine Clinic, and they're like, oh, you know, your smile being affected by pore Botox is a super rare adverse effect. Just give it a couple weeks. It's gonna even itself out. As an aesthetic injector, I kind of already knew that Botox is not gonna go away in 2 weeks, but I was still hopeful. 2 weeks passed by. My smile is still the same. It's still botched. I reached out to Fine Clinic again, and they're kind of just like, yeah, just keep waiting. It's gonna wear off. Do you know how long it takes Botox to wear off? It takes 3 to 4 months. That is the duration of Botox. So my smile for the whole entire summer was gone. I continued following up with Fine Clinic, and I kind of just gave up because what else can they do besides let the Botox run off anyways? But that's kind of the downside to medical tourism. If something does go wrong, there's no customer service, no accountability, no repercussions. You kind of just have to live with whatever complication that comes by. Fast forward, it's been about 4 months since I was botched, and my smile's about 92% back. It's not fully, extending like it should, but it will get there. Even though the duration of Botox is like 3 to 4 months, it can last like up to 6 months, maybe even a year. But at least now I can smile on pictures and not be embarrassed. I'm grateful that my complications were minimal. I saw a girl here on the app who was botched at another clinic getting a biostimulant, and now she's blind in one eye. So there's definitely levels to this. And on the brighter side, for all of the summer, all my IG pictures were mugged down because I couldn't smile. Will I go back to Korea? The answer is abso-freaking-lutely. I think just based on price alone will keep me going back to Korea. I think now I'll go to either Re1 or LV plastic surgery, where it's really just one doctor performing on your face. They are actually way more expensive than Fine and all the other skincare clinics, but I think it will be worth it because I won't have my smile botched for 4 months. So anyways, lesson learned, just because a clinic has better branding doesn't mean that they're better at their actual job. And just a few parting words, if you do plan on going to Korea for beauty treatments, definitely do your research, trust your gut, and advocate for yourself. If you have any other questions about skincare clinics or South Korea, please let me know in the comments below. And if you have any experiences with Fine Clinic, let me know. The girlies need to know because we all need our smiles.